Well, as the deadline for the phasing out of the old Naira notes gradually approaches, about 6 days to the deadline now, the central bank governor, that's Godwin Emefiele, yesterday declared that the January 31, 2023 deadline fixed by the Apex Bank for the return of old 200, 500 and 1,000 Naira notes would not be extended. Emefiele rather urged those who might still be holding onto the banknotes to turn them in, assuring them that they would not be harassed by the anti-graft agencies. The CBN governor's comment came just as the Senate and the House of Representatives members urged the banking sector regulator to extend the deadline. Dr. Dayo, the political technocrat, is still with us. Dr. D, what's your first reaction, especially seeing that the CBN is saying that this deadline is sacrosanct, meaning that by next Tuesday, if you have the old Naira note, it will no longer be legal tender?
It is nothing other than professional idiocy. What do I mean? When you are a professional, like the CBN governor, you're supposed to know that when a change is coming, there will definitely be some counter reaction. It's natural. It's just natural. It's just like a pregnant woman. You will see that changes in her. But she will have been ready with her one maternity gown so that she won't be because she won't be able to tie. Why are you saying belt, Samson?
I didn't say it.
She won't be able to tie belts or wear tight-fitting dresses. She will also be ready for a change in menu. Because definitely there will be some food that she will be willing to take. And there will be some that she lost before that, in fact, it will be smelly to her. And so many other things that she will be prepared for. Now, the question is, to what extent has Emefiele prepared for some of the co-traveler of this change that he brought about? Remember, viewers can also go back to some of our discussions here when this issue of change in Naira note started. And he said he will be achieving it within, I think 6 months or so?
90 days.
No, 90 days.
90 days. That is 3 months. And I said here that the people we are even following, the people we are copying, how many months does it take them? Some 18 months, some 24 months. I have never seen in the whole world where we had currency change within 3 months. That is that. 2, if you are now saying you are going to change within 3 months, what then was the level of preparedness, especially in terms of making the new notes available to the old people, to the generality of the people, through withdrawals in the banking hall, ATM, or POS? As I'm talking to you now, till as we are talking, I don't know after this program, I have never owned one till now. Put it into my pocket till I'm talking now. And I've only seen it twice from 2 different people. Twice. How? That person was close to me and I think he wanted to buy something. And I said, is it dollars you want to spend? He said, dollar. Dr. Shetun ring convening. He now brought it out. He said, the thing even resemble dollars. I said, that was the second time I be seeing it. And that was, I think, last week. So tell me, how will I now agree with Emefiele that he knows his onions? Or why will I not call what we are experiencing now as professional idiocy?
Well, for Emefiele, one of the things or the policies he brought about in terms of trying to, address the issue of supply or people not having enough, especially in rural and unbanked areas, is the fact of cash swap or currency swap, as it were. And that has started already in certain places where CBN officials, people bring their funds and then they change it for the new notes. But
with the CBN officials?
Yes, there are pictures. One of the dailies also had that pictorial evidence of CBN officials. But here's the question now.
I watched the one that happened in Ibadan. One lady like that, what's her name again? One lady like that, one of their directors, that is Ibadan, had town hall meeting. I was just saying.
Now, the question
people
will
in
be,
Ibadan are even complaining that they give out the old Naira notes in the banks and then they get the old Naira notes back. And that's the same thing happening even here in Lagos and
everywhere.
some
And
other
this one that they televise is to show the whole world that yes, people are getting it, but it's a lie.
the question will be, how effective do you think this policy of currency swap or cash swap will be, even in rural and unbanked areas, in terms of getting the new notes down to those places?
Thank God you mentioned it. CBN officials.
Yes.
Now, let us take the population of CBN officials that can do this. Because when you take, even add the cleaners, the manual laborers there, add them. Are they up to 2,000? All over the nation. Let's even say they are 10,000. 10,000. How many villages, not to talk of cities, can those 10,000 get to? Bring 20 of them to Lagos. 20 of them to Lagos. For how many months will it take such person to attend to, such people, those 20 staff, to attend to the whole population of Lagos, or Ibadan, or Ado-Ekiti, or Kaduna, Sokoto, Port Harcourt, Owerri, Suleja, Kefi, Lanlate, Ẹyẹ Nkọrin, Ẹyẹ Musan. No, tell me. So, you see, there is no gainsaying there. And I'm not sorry to say it. I'm bold to say it. And anybody can challenge me to this. Emefiele is a disaster to our nation.
But he has talked about some of the gains that they've recorded, especially saying that the kidnappings have reduced and that when it comes to, ransom collection, we've seen some reduction in all of that. Isn't this something to maybe share them?
I've said it here too. The insecurity in our nation is self-made. Are you with me? It's self-made. That's your area. Or let me use this place as an example. If an intruder comes in here to steal the first time, you say, hey, ole, Abi, he escaped. Definitely, your management will put some things in place whereby that person will not be able to come in again. Or if you should come in, you will be nabbed. But if it's an insider, if the person is an insider, the thing will keep on reoccurring and reoccurring. If your management is involved in it, in fact, it will occur till infinity and nothing will happen. But if the management is not involved, that person, within a short while, will be caught. Okay? If you now extrapolate that to our nation, you will see that what we're experiencing here is self-inflicted. So if Emefiele is now trying to adduce that to some of his achievements, I will tell him we are no babies.
That also,
They will say, "Mafin no mimu monje." Don't feed me. I know how to feed myself.
that also even think this, whole redesigning.
Election is coming now. Election is coming now.
Beyond the political aspect to it, that also even think that the other aspects, economic and security, that it's failing. For example, one of the reasons CBN gave is to fight counterfeiting. But within the first week of the new notes being in circulation, we heard that there were counterfeits already of those new notes, which the majority of Nigerians didn't even have at the time. So the question then is, how did the fraudsters get hold of the new notes to make counterfeits of it to start with? So it looks like it has defeated its own purpose in terms of, addressing counterfeiting, as well as, maybe preventing, the mass storage of funds out of, the bank circulation. Because right now, commercial banks are saying they do not have enough. Meanwhile, CBN is saying we've supplied
Not
enough.
that they don't have enough. They don't have.
They don't have. Maybe that's the right way to put it. CBN is saying we've given more than enough to go round. So
Who is fooling who?
Exactly. And where's the breakdown? Is it that the commercial banks are hoarding these notes for certain classes of the society, or it's what it is?
But you see, much as I will not want to hold forth for the commercial banks, talking from our experience as regards possession of new notes, okay, so also I will not want to hold forth for commercial banks. But that notwithstanding, there are some of us that if you go to the bank and then give them some kind of this notice, we can have new notes. But overall, I'm saying for the past how many months now, I've been asking from my banks, they cannot give. These are people that cannot deny me because they know I might blow it out of proportion. Do you understand? They don't have. So let Emefiele now say you want to search any of them. They will now tell him, Ogbeni, now prove to us that you have given to us these things.
But they've been talking about threatening the banks if they don't.
Let him first of all do it, and then we see.
Then the question again will be, where are the new notes? Because
but then let me give you this example.
Okay.
A lot of lies have been coming up from various government sectors. I will give you an instance. Let me give you the instance of passports. You even see in the passport office, the day you take your biometric, this and that, you should come and collect it after 3 weeks. I saw the comptroller of customs. I saw it on the TV. He came to Ikoyi, and he was even hammering on it 3 weeks. Now lie. It's a lie. I have applied for my new
passport
passport renewal since mid-December last year, up till now, nothing, and there's no hope that I will still collect it. No hope. I mean, why they be telling you in the news? Come, you remember when they were telling those people living abroad to come home, and that they will come home with fake documents and all that, and then come and renew
expired documents.
I said, I was warning those people, come at your own peril. You can imagine if somebody, I'm sure some of them will have even listened to that and will now be stranded, and they have gone to that place that same middle December. Is it not over a month now? What will have happened to them? I mean, you can now see the kind of fraud that we have in high places. It's a kind of fraud that we have in high places. And that's why I was saying the other time. People, it is high time that people decided on their own to be sniffing for information that will better their lives, that they can use to counter government. That enough of this autocracy. It is enough.
But Dr. D, the National Assembly is now calling for a 6-month extension. And some people have argued that this is because they also have their own ulterior motives, and that because they want to, you know, carry out or manipulate the forthcoming elections. What are your thoughts?
Yes, you see, it is also true that in Yoruba land, we always say that any jale lekan to ba daran bori aṣọ le lo dabura. It's a song o. Oni jale lekan ko ba daran bori aṣọ le lo dabura dabura dabule pepe. I will interpret it. A renowned thief, there is nothing that person can do. Even if he has done it in the right way, everybody will say, Ori, ole money. Can't you see him? He's a thief. Even though he had worked for that one, but because he has stolen once, and that is why people are now against, some people are against the National Assembly, because there have been instances whereby many of them, either as a former governor or as a former chairman local government, as a former director somewhere, had been alleged. Please on the line.